Welcome back, everybody. This is JP Trades. Let's jump back into the silver charts and take a look at the macro perspective and some swing trade ideas. Now, the structure on silver is a bit different than the structure on gold. We come here to the weekly time frame and we see that we have structure building here. It actually does give us a high, a low, and then takes this high again, which confirms this low. So now we have this as our weekly range. Knowing this is if we break this low with a candle close, that's going to be rather bearish. So we could see a little bit of a retracement. I would then look to this area here where you have the equilibrium of this range. So if we were to break down here, that's going to be really bearish. However, it could just be bearish temporarily to have a much needed retracement back down to the equilibrium, or we could see somewhere in this range, in the discount section of this range. Let's take a look at the monthly. We don't have any areas of interest on the monthly. We do have this very, very nice area down here on the weekly. Let's take a look at the 3-day and as well as the daily. I do like this gap area here. I have alerts going off as we speak. And I would actually capture this whole entire area right here. Now, this is going to be a macro if we do have some kind of a macro retracement, this could take a long time. However, these are my three zones that I like the most. So what I would look for first is an SFP of this high. This low here, and then to take back to this high. If we do break down from here, I would look to take this liquidity and have a nice structure change here on the 1 hour or 4 hour. Same thing in this zone here on this order block and gap. And then if we keep on coming down and having a deeper retracement into the discount section, I would want to see this liquidity area taken. And then a 1 hour, 4 hour shift here. And then again, if we keep on coming down and we want to really hunt out more liquidity, I want to see this area have a shift in this order block here. And that's going to be your most extreme demand in this range. And again, each one of these could have a target to take back to this high. And for the ultimate pain would be to swing fell this low and then come back and target that high. Now let's get zoomed in a little bit more because that could take really long to play out. We should also point out this area here. I do like this zone. You have a nice daily order block with a nice gap right here. So this SFP trade right here that's marked out could SFP this low into this demand, knocking out all these high volume areas. So that would also be very, very nice. Let's take a look back at the 3-day. We do have a 3-day order block here. So if we were to stay inside this range and just, you know, continue on our merry way here, like that, continue having this nice uptrend, I would look for a structure shift here. And again, I would probably look for about a 1 hour or 4 hour market structure shift there. Now, is there anything, this gap has already kind of gotten mitigated with that high there? Let's go down a couple more time frames. Yeah, this is that order block that we are already mitigating. However, we could come back up, take this liquidity, and then continue down to this area. So this could also be a nice swing trade down to this swing trade. And last but not least, I would want to see, let's actually mark that out, keep that on there. So we have that short scenario, but then we have this ultimate high, which we could SFP and come back down into. And on the flip, if we do break this zone with a strong candle close above it, I would want to see something like that to come and mitigate that range for a long off of flipping this zone. So that is, or that, let me see, one last thing I forgot to, okay, so we are getting popped back into this value area. Ooh, I do like this zone right here. You have this SFP into this order block as well as the value area here. This one's even nice too. You come down and hit the point of control into this area. All of these are very nice areas. This short, to be honest, it might end up just being a day trade and then coming and taking and overthrowing the supply zone to actually take this high out. There's not a whole lot of volume in this area. So I don't think this is one's going to be as strong as this long or this long here. As well as you have a very high volume node right here where this long is on this equilibrium taking this liquidity. So I do like that as well. And let's go back a bit. Yeah, we do have this point of control here, which aligns very well with sweeping this liquidity into this demand zone. So I do still like that one a lot. Same thing here. Another very high volume node. So each one of these could be very, very nice swing long or swing short ideas. So that should get you covered for a while, especially to the downside here. And once we create more structure, we will update these swings as we go along.